Hi guys. Okay, today we are going to make a pin board that looks like a bubblegum machine. Now, people were asking me on our Facebook page how they would display the sum pins, zoom pins. Anyways, they look like little balls, and I came up instantly with this bubblegum machine board. I'm gonna try and bring it closer. Here we go. So see, we have, and I really liked the sparkle paper, which is why I kind of went with that. So this is what it looks like from afar. Pretty cute. Now you just gotta imagine a bunch of pins on there. I don't have any handy for visual. All right, so what you need for this is a cork board. This is a 12 by 12. I buy it at my dollar store. You're gonna need a circle cork board like this. Now I've already got a lot of this done already, so you're gonna see some weird pieces to it. You're going to need some red paper, and I have this, which has been cut into many, so you'll see eventually, but it was a 12 by 12 sheet of sparkly paper. You're going to need some fabric bubble paint right here, some white glue, as well as one pipe cleaner. Doesn't matter the color, you're not going to see it. One popsicle stick. Again, they actually have mini ones, which would be better because you're going to have to cut this down. So if you can find the mini ones, that would be awesome. And a button, some white paint, some black paint, silver nail polish, which is what I had on hand, or if you haven't, silver paint, a pen, a paintbrush or two, a ruler for straight lines, and a whole bunch of clips because it takes forever and the paper likes to fold in the drying process. Okay, so let's get started. Again, I have most of this already done, so it's going to be in pieces and it's going to be fairly easy. So the first step is to take your little circular, just clearing everything out of the way. First step is to take your little circular board and kind of place it on your big square cork board, like so. And what you want to do is kind of draw like a little line here. This is the bottom of the gumball machine. Try and do it equally on that side as well, straight down. Put this in the center, and this is where your ruler comes in handy. You want to do a straight line to the top, like so. The same on the other side, like so. And then, this is going to sound silly, but this is actually very helpful if you do a circle around here, because when you go to cut it out, you're going to want to know where those circles are. So when you go to cut it out, you're going to follow the lines that you've done, and you're going to cut them all the way out. But when you get to the circle part, for sure, you want to kind of go on the inside of the circle, because you don't want any of that cork board showing. Okay? And when you cut it out, it's going to look similar to this. This is one that I've already done. It's cut out. The cork board fits on the top like that. But you'll notice there's a little bit of an overhang, and you're going to notice because it's been painted white. There's a little bit of an overhang. Now, to cut that, what you want to do is get another part of that cork board. Now, think about it, it's going to be this way. You want to line it up so that it butts right here. This is actually good that it's white so you can see it, because you don't mind that these pieces are covered. That's all going to mount, that's all going to hide, right? And then again, you're going to trace it out on the cork board, what you want to cut up here, and then also trace out the circle just so you can kind of visualize it to see if it's going to work. Okay? Then from that step, what you want to do is flip over your board, or not, just paint your board white. I'm flipping it over because I've already painted it white. Paint it white, set it to the side to dry, because this is going to be the ball of your gumball machine. Okay, then you're going to take the red paper, or whatever paper you've decided is going to be it. Now again, you've cut this corkboard out, and again, just visualize that this is a whole piece of paper. You're going to lay it down on the board, on the paper, like so. And again, this is completely white, these marks aren't here. You're just going to trace your corkboard. Can you see that? No, let me just move that into the visual. You're just going to trace your corkboard on this white sheet, like so, all the way up. Same on that side, all the way up. And then when you remove it, you're just going to join these two at the top. Again, that hole doesn't exist, just imagine it doesn't exist. What you're going to do then is take a pair of scissors and cut it out. I'm not going to cut it because, as you can see, I've already cut one out, right? So you're just going to cut it out, follow the lines, cut it all the way out, cut across the straight. It doesn't matter that you're going straight where there was once a circle this way, because that's going to be covered. All right, now your next step is to take your cut piece like this. Now remember, when you trace it out, you're going to put it down and you're going to line it up and you're going to cut it out. The side that's down is ultimately going to become your new front piece, because when you cut it out, it matches to that shape. So when you flip it over, it's going to fit, and don't worry, there's an explanation, it's going to fit right here perfectly. Now, before you get to gluing this, what you want to do is paint a black thing and let it dry. See? Well, not so dry, but paint a black thing and let it dry. And you want to make sure it's all measured out. You're not going to see any cork when you put it on. And at the end, you can paint these edges red. I might do that just to tidy it up at the end. All right, so what you want to do is take your white glue, like so. This is where clips come in handy. You're going to apply the glue all across here, and you're actually even going to apply it up on the ball. Now, before you place the ball on top of that, this is where the pipe cleaner comes in handy. You want to bend it like this, make it kind of, you know, just something just to catch the glue. And you're going to place that right there. You're going to want to put extra glue as well, because it is going to want to hold permanently, because that is ultimately going to become, you see that? That is ultimately going to become your holder. So we're just going to put all this glue. And this is going to take a long time to dry. What you want to do now is place your red here. I learned this the hard way, by the way. You want to place your white ball on top of it to not be seen by the rest. And you want to take this piece with its cut out red. You're also wanting to glue that on there. Which I'm doing right now. And you're going to stick that to butt up underneath this one perfectly. This is where you got to kind of visualize to make sure it's even Steven. All right, here's where your clips come in handy. Because everything moves or folds up or lifts up, you're literally going to clip all around this piece. Now you can do this in stages. I'm just the queen of the one take videos, so I'm just doing it all at once. You could do the red first, and then you can add the ball later. I just want to put all those clips around it. You want to pick this up. You want to really stick those guys. That one actually didn't go under. And the wonderful thing about this as well, you can actually paint the white ball after. I just kind of wanted to show you all at once. I'll probably touch it up for scratches or scuff marks. And then so, and it's kind of in there. All right, so now these are all being held together. They're going to glue permanently. When you flip it over, hold on. It forgot to pull this out. It was supposed to bend downward, so. Now, when you flip it over, you're gonna see this little hanger part. This is why you really wanna put a lot of glue in that. Even hot glue that one prior to, but you're just going to want to load it down with white glue, let it dry for 24 to 48 hours. That's going to set, that's going to be your hanger part. All right, so now we have all this setting, we have all this waiting. You're wanting to take a piece of the red paper and literally cut a smile, because that is going to go right here on the bottom to finish off your bubblegum machine. Now, white glue is best on this one because white glue normally dries clear and you don't want the hot glue in that situation. You know what, I'm just going to clean that up a bit, it's too much. And they will probably need a clip just because I find that this paper lifted a lot when I was working with it. And then you let it dry overnight. Now the final stage is taking the bubble paint, and I'm actually going to move over to the actual finished product at this point. You want to take the bubble paint and you want to bubble paint a little bit here just to show the edges, a little bit, we got some glue stuck there, a little bit here to show the edges. And then with a steady hand, you want to go around the outside part of the smile, and then up and around and down and the other outside part of the smile. And then I even thought about doing a couple lines up here because some bubblegum machines have a couple of those lines up there. And you'll just let that dry. This pin board will take a couple of days to do because you just have to let it dry in between. Okay, and lastly, you want to take the hot glue gun, which is this one, and you want to put a dollop on your board right here and stick the painted popsicle stick, which is so much smaller than the other one, like a regular popsicle stick. So this is one that I've painted with nail polish, and a button I've painted with nail polish as well. So literally you want to put a drop of glue, put down the, let's go back to this one. You want to put a drop of glue here. You want to put down the popsicle stick. Let's try this again. And the button. And then you walk away. Now, to add to this, what I'm going to do is print off that Sum, Zoom Zoom, whatever they're called, sign, and I'll probably stick it right here in the center and then put the pins all around it, or 25-cent maybe, something along the lines that are always out on the bubblegum machine. So when it's done, literally this whole thing is a cork board. So when it's done, you could put your favorite one in the retreat.